Hi, and welcome to week 4 of social media with Mrs. Gorman. If you are joining us face to face or online, here are the goals for the week: the Plant High shoutouts, Jar of Me, the Bitmoji space, and I'm so excited because we're finally going to get into cancel culture. So these are the 3 items that you will actually turn in this week. They are all due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. and you will find that under Module 4 in Canvas. So for the Jar of Me, you're going to use the Instagram template that you will see on Canvas. You're going to create a jar of GIFs that represent who you are. So you need to include 5 to 7 GIFs and your Instagram handle in the jar and upload it to the discussion board. After you post, you must comment on 2 of your peers' posts and follow 5 people in our class. So you will see the Jar of Me example on the next slide. And what you'll turn in for this is a completed discussion, the Jar of Me. You'll take a screenshot of that. So even though the GIFs are moving around, you can just take a screenshot of your GIFs and upload it. And you'll also upload a screenshot of the 5 people you're following from class, or you can just upload a text entry and input their handles. So this is the template that you will see on Canvas that you will use to create the Jar of Me. And here is my example. You'll want to make sure that you include at least 5 to 7 GIFs that represent who you are, and you want to include your Instagram and or Twitter handle because you're going to want other people in the class to follow you. So if you are not following me, make sure that you do so. So for the discussion for the Jar of Me, here's a few examples of appropriate comments that you can use to guide your discussion posts. You're not limited to these, but this is just a way that you can gear your thinking into what you could say when you're commenting on your peers. Just a reminder to you that you want to make sure that you upload your PHS shoutouts. Those are due every week on Tuesday by 11:59 p.m. Now, here's the time that we're going to all talk about cancel culture. So just take a minute and what does it mean to you to be canceled? What have you heard? And can someone come back after being canceled? What are your thoughts on this? And if you are online, just take a moment to think about it, and this will help guide you into the rest of the things that we'll be doing with cancel culture. You have been canceled. So here are some people that have been canceled, or perhaps maybe they have made some sort of comeback after being canceled. You're going to want to watch both of these videos. So if you don't know Roseanne Barr, she was on a popular sitcom called Roseanne back in the late 90s, early 2000s, I believe. And she went on a Twitter rant that had some racial slurs and other things that she said that were inappropriate and considered racist. So then she ended up being canceled and her show canceled. So to backtrack a little bit, her show had a reboot and the whole cast was coming back, and they were going to start filming again. And because of this Twitter rant that she went on, she ended up getting canceled, and the entire show ended up not filming, and they had to discontinue what they were doing, and the cast no longer had a job. So this was the apology that she sent out. Don't feel sorry for me, guys. I just want to apologize to the hundreds of people and wonderful writers, all liberal and talented actors who lost their jobs on my show due to my stupid tweet. I will be on Joe Rogan's podcast Friday. So this is just something for you all to think about. Do we feel like this apology was sincere? What are some things that you notice in her syntax, her punctuation, the word choices that she's using, and based on those things and what you see here, do you feel like this apology was sincere? Now moving forward to someone who you might know from Glee, Lea Michele, she played Rachel Berry. She was also recently considered canceled because of some things that were brought up from the past. She tweeted out something in solidarity for the Black Lives Matter movement, and she got some heat from someone who was on Glee, and they came out and stated that she was a mean girl and that she was racist. And then a bunch of other people, celebrities who worked with Lea Michele, also spoke out about her diva behavior and how inappropriate she was and how mean she was. And based on those things, she has now been considered canceled. Now, this was her apology statement. While I don't remember ever making this specific statement, and I have never judged others by their background or color of their skin, that's not really the point. Michelle's statement continues, "What matters is that I clearly acted in ways which hurt other people. Whether it was my privileged position and perspective that caused me to be perceived as insensitive or inappropriate at times, or whether it was just my immaturity and me just being unnecessarily difficult, I apologize for my behavior and for any pain which I have caused. While we all can grow and change, and I have definitely used these past several months to reflect on my own shortcomings. I am a couple of months from becoming a mother, and I know I need to keep working to better myself and take responsibility for my actions so that I can be a real role model for my child, and so I can pass along my lessons and mistakes so that they can learn from me." She concludes, "I listened to these criticisms and I am learning, and while I am very sorry, I will be better in the future from this experience." So you can clearly see a difference from her apology and Roseanne Barr's apology. Based on the word choices that Lea Michele has stated in here, some of the phrases and the punctuation that she uses, do you consider this apology to be sincere? One thing that we will talk about in class, and I notated, is what I underlined, becoming a mother. What does that do to her apology? Do we have sympathy for her because she is becoming a mother? And fast forward, she is a mother now. She did give birth, but when she tweeted this out and posted this on her Instagram, she was still pregnant with her baby. So just think about the two differences between the two apologies and think about what that does. Does that make us feel sorry for her? And do you buy this apology? Moving forward, so if you are an e-learner, you will complete this. What you'll do is you'll just send me a message of this one pager so you can get credit for it. And if you are in class, we'll be doing this together. Just a one pager. So each group has been given either a brand or a show or a celebrity that has been quote unquote canceled. So on the one pager, they will have the image and the name, and they need to list all the reasons they have been canceled. So we're going to be doing some FBI investigation work to find out what happened. And even people who spoke as an advocate to that person, or people who spoke out against them. So what did other people say about this person, show, or company? Did they release a PR statement, an apology statement? If so, was it effective? Do we buy this? What did you notice about it? And how did it make you feel? So after you analyze the person or company or show that you received in class, you will complete all of these things here. If you are doing this online, please feel free to use any of the choices that I presented in class, or you can use someone else if you do not like the list that I have provided. So here are the group one is the show Cops. Group two, Vanderpump Rules cast members Stassi Schroeder and Kristen Doty. Group three, Ellen DeGeneres. Group 4, Jerry Harris. Group 5, you have Lori Loughlin. In Group 6, you have the company Lululemon. So if you are on e-learning and you do not like any of these choices, please feel free to use someone else of your liking. After you complete all of those things, we will talk about that in class, and then you will complete a graded discussion. So based on the discussions, videos, and content absorbed this week, justify your stance on cancel culture. Should people be canceled? How does canceled culture affect our society? Is it a good or bad thing? So make sure that you complete this discussion after all the things that are presented in class and the video content that you saw. And as always, if you have any questions, please let me know.